Hey everybody, I'm going to go ahead and throw some new shocks in a 2011 Toyota Tacoma. So I got some OEM Bilsteins. This is the second generation, should be the same from 05 to 15, I believe. Anyways, first things first, let's get it in the air, get the wheels off. I'm going to go ahead and wire wheel all the hardware here and get some penetrating oil on everything, and then we'll get started on it. So to pop our strut out, we have three, 1, 2, and 1 in the back, 14 millimeters. Okay, do not touch the 17 until it's in a spring compressor. So these three have to come out, as well as this 19 millimeter, and on the back side of it, it's a 19 mil to hold the bolt. You can give this a love tap once you get the nut off. We'll get that bolt out. In order to get this strut assembly to wiggle out on us, we have to get the sway bar to bend up and out of the way. So we got to remove these sway bar links. Now, if you're going to reuse your sway bar links, this style, it's a pain in the ass to get off, but you can't just take an impact gun to this because it'll spin this entire rod. Is like there's a ball inside here. It'll spin it and just wear out the joint. So if you're going to try to reuse this, take a little bit of heat to it, lube it, put a 6 millimeter hex inside here with a wrench, and you might have to work it back and forth, back and forth. I'm not saving these ones. I'm going to be replacing mine, so I'm going to get aggressive with mine. But if you are reusing these, you can't damage the joint inside here by just firing it off with an impact. Like 90% of the time, these things seize into this, and it's going to be a pain in the butt. Just so you know, let's jump into this quick and get this thing on the ground, and we'll throw it to the spring compressor. Here's what not to do. See that? We're just destroying that joint. I'm throwing mine out, so it's okay, but I removed both sides of the sway bar link. We're still a little bit tight here. I'm just gonna remove these two bolts right here on the sway bar, and we'll just get that out of the way. It'll be easier, and I wanted to replace the bushings anyways. $19 mil on the lower nut, 19 mil on the back side of the bolt. Wiggly wiggly with a pry bar, get your bolt out. Keep your hardware together, you're gonna need that stuff. All right, 14 mils up top. One of these ratchets with the bend in it's gonna be money. Yeah, it might have done that. Oh well. The point is, it will come out without touching the tie rod. Let's throw this in a spring compressor. Okay, guys, I'm throwing this in my spring compressor. If you're trying to use one of those little McPherson strut, like you bolt one side on, you bolt the other side on, you run 2 bolts in, yeah, that'll probably work, but God bless your soul, those things scare the shit out of me. This is, there's a lot of pressure behind this. So our new strut comes with, what's interesting, so the step-up model from this, which are like the silver Bilsteins, they have a whole bunch of different grooves on them, and there's a snap ring in here that this perch sits on. And the difference between this model and that model, I think they have stiffer chocks as well, but you can put the circlip in different spots and you can raise your vehicle a little bit. So here we go. There it is. Ooh, I went too far. It was just seized. Once you can move the strut, I'm staying behind it too. God forbid this lets go. It's going to go towards my phone, and my phone's kind of a piece of crap. It drives me nuts anyways. Yeah, unfortunately, we're spinning the whole rod, so we're supposed to put a wrench on the top and back this off. I was hoping to cheat it with a gun. A little heat goes a long ways on these. Sometimes these have nylocks, which are like a lock nut. This can heat that nylock back up, melt it. Plus, obviously, heating the metal is good for expansion. See if we'll get lucky before we have to put a wrench on it and do it by hand. Move it. Maybe if I let it cool, but I don't think it's going to work. So we'll just do this. I popped the top hat off just to see inside if this bushing was damaged or not. There is a bushing inside, but it's part of the entire assembly. So when you pop it off, you do have your little cup, and it's pointed with the U shaping upwards. So we have our new one to go on. We just slipperoo this back in there. Same. Let's see. That. And this one comes down. Spring perch to there. bushing on top. This one with the concave facing up. At least at this point, you feel a lot safer. Like it ain't gonna blow up past here. I regret popping this spring perch out. I should have just left it in there. I really wanted to see because I'm so curious. That's good. That's good. Woo. Beautiful, beautiful. Success. No limbs were hurt in the making of this video. Okay, we got one, we got two. This side, when I pulled it out, I actually, I came down a little bit right here and I went out over here between the brake line and the ABS sensor, and it came out way smoother than trying to sneak it out below the tie rod. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. With one hand is a bad idea, but basically I'm gonna sneak it down like this, okay? All right, guys, front end is back together here. Nice greasable joints on my sway bar links. So yeah, throwing in this front strut from over here, coming down was just way easier. So I'm gonna quickly do the backs. Backs are really self-explanatory. I mean, pretty simple. Up here you have a 14 mil nut, and you're gonna put a crescent wrench on the top there. Or you can put vice grips right here. And then just a 17 mil there. I supported the axle. I'm just gonna pump it up just a couple pumps. Out and in, easy. Just a lick of anti-seize here. It'll stop it from ever seizing into the bushings. Well, that's all there is to it. Take your time, put a little heat into anything, lube it. Don't break bolts. Never fun doing that. Made it this far. I'm proud of you. I knew you could do it. Good luck fixing your rig.